Welcome to the Wellness Transformation Journey podcast. I'm your host, Pamela Peters. Finding joy in what we're doing tends to get lost when we're focused on losing weight or changing our lifestyle. When we lose joy in what we're doing, we can get frustrated, burn out, and revert back to what we were doing that got us in this position in the first place. Finding joy in what we're doing supports success because we don't feel restricted and can build on our progress. In this episode, I'm going to discuss finding joy in food during a wellness and weight loss journey. As I discussed in the last episode, traditional wellness approaches may work for some people, but they can be so restrictive that they take the joy out of the journey. Faulty support systems can also cause frustration and burnout. When people aren't supporting you, always asking questions, or seeking ways to put you down, this causes more challenges and takes the joy out of the journey and, in essence, out of life. Traditional approaches and negative support systems can become solely focused on lowering the scale number or decreasing your size. I began to find success when I started focusing less on the scale and what people were saying and more on how I felt. When I started enjoying what I was eating and doing, while still watching what I was doing, it began to feel natural. Like with exercise, building slowly and finding joy in what you're doing helps avoid psychological distress and weight cycling, which is going up and down on the scale. For example, before I found joy in what I was eating and understood how diet and exercise work, I had a negative relationship and associations with food. I would binge eat because I would restrict certain foods throughout the week or throughout the month, and when I had the opportunity to eat them, I would overeat. Then I would feel bad about myself and end up in the bathroom. I saw certain foods as bad and others as good. Instead of watching how much I would eat, I worried about what I was eating. That's not to say you shouldn't watch what you eat. You maybe should adjust your mindset to how much you eat. When I learned to enjoy food, but to limit certain foods, I developed a healthier relationship with myself, my diet, and my journey. As I talked about in the previous episode, we're motivated by multiple factors during our wellness journey. The two forms of motivation that can play a major role in our wellness journey are extrinsic and intrinsic motivation. Extrinsic motivation is doing something because we either want to win, receive something, or we don't want to get in trouble. Intrinsic motivation is performing an activity or doing something for the pure enjoyment of the activity. You're doing something for yourself. So how does this play a role in eating? If you're like me, then you probably struggle with your relationship with food. We often feel uncomfortable with our relationship with food and feeling that eating healthy can't be enjoyable. Like exercise, we can make it a chore or feel like a job. There are ways to avoid feeling this way, but remember to do it progressively. One approach to enjoyable eating and supporting your diet is to incorporate mindful eating for maximum pleasure. Mindfulness can feel awkward, especially in a society that teaches us to always be on the go. However, slowing down can make eating a pleasurable experience and allows us to fully experience the flavor and smell sensation of food. So how do we go about doing this? First, create a distraction-free environment. Turn off the TV and put down the phone. Make the food and the company you're in the focus. Next, tune into how your body feels as you eat. Notice the beginning, middle, and end of your meal. Savor each bite to notice the flavors. Recognize how the flavor changes as you chew with each bite. Focus on how your body reacts. Then you begin to notice the difference between when you're satisfied and full and not just eating to eat. Also, remove the feeling that you need to clean your plate. If you're like me, that was taught to you at a young age. Take home leftovers or start with a small amount and add more to your plate as you go through the meal. This takes time to learn to do this, but in the long run, it'll make you more successful and feel less guilty. You also don't need to do this for every meal. Mindful eating brings pleasure to eating and creates a new experience. As you start recognizing how your body feels, you'll be able to start building meals for your week that are filling and satisfying your senses. Plan your meals so you feel satisfied and full. This helps prevent impulsive food choices later. Along with this, balance nutrition with the pleasure of eating. Healthy food doesn't need to be bland. Using herbs and spices can make it more flavorful and aromatic. This is a great opportunity to learn how to cook or to expand your abilities in the kitchen. I've started to enjoy experimenting in the kitchen. I've always enjoyed cooking and baking, but now I feel open to experimenting with new recipes and even trying things I find on social media. Social media has some great and not so great options, but experiment with them. I sometimes find ideas on social media and adjust the recipes for my taste. Make your meal prepped food something you look forward to because of the enjoyment of eating flavorful and healthy food. Along with experimenting with flavors and recipes, there are always ways to reframe how you look at healthy food. Healthier and fresh food is often more expensive, but through time and practice, you can make it fit your budget. You can also fit fresh items with canned or frozen foods. One thing that I do is when I find sales on certain fresh items, I'll buy extra and freeze it. In the summer, I buy things like fresh corn on the cob at the farmer's market, and I'll have some when I prep it, but the rest I'll freeze. Similarly, I'll do the same with items like blueberries and green beans. If my bananas are starting to get too ripe, I'll freeze them for smoothies or baking. Traditional weight loss and wellness programs may tell you everything must be fresh, but use what fits into your budget. Explore preparation methods that enhance the food you use. Sometimes I use frozen food or canned food. When I make salmon cakes, I use canned salmon because it's more affordable for me. I keep canned peaches and fruit in my pantry for when foods like peaches or pineapple aren't in season and are more expensive. I also keep a few frozen meals in my freezer in case I work late and don't have time to fix a meal. If it fits into your budget or time situation, do what's best for you. Build positive associations through pairing different foods. It's all about experimenting. Determine what foods you like and how they go best together based on your palate. Your tastes will change over time, and speaking from experience, they could change during your wellness journey. I used to not like tomatoes, now I eat them plain and enjoy them. I'm still not a fan of eating mushrooms straight, but I do like them in some of my meals. You'll discover new foods that you like by not restricting yourself. Try adding more food to your diet like fruits, vegetables, and proteins. When I visit a new city or go to a nice restaurant with a friend, I'll try something new. They kind of convince me to a lot of times because I used to not want to do that. I would stick to what I was comfortable with. That's where I learned that I like Brussels sprouts and asparagus. Remember, you don't need to restrict everything that is deemed unhealthy. Just limit the amount you consume. You can even overconsume healthy food. The idea of an enjoyment-based diet is to learn what you like and experience with new foods and spices. You'll find new items that you like and others that you don't. The more you mix up what you're eating and making, the more of a culinary experience you'll have. Don't limit yourself to a few options. Have fun with cooking and baking. Use recipes from others or tried and true recipes that you want to make healthier. Then make them your own. You may take yourself on a culinary experience that you never expected.